your mind to default. You just can't undo the harm caused in a memory where the key got lost. It is hard to find what you need the most.
I began my visits to the Seven Wonders in 2006 when I set foot on the Great Wall of China. The Pyramid of Giza was once one of the Seven Wonders. It is now reclassified as an ancient wonder. The Colosseum was a giant amphitheater where thousands of gladiators fought with animals and with one another. Machu Picchu ranked among my top spots for my favorite wonder. The Taj Mahal was a spectacular man-made masterpiece of perfect symmetry. I was in Chichen Itza on a stormy weather, dark clouds looming over the most famous pyramid outside of Egypt. I spent an entire day exploring the Rose City of Petra and stood in awe in front of the treasury. And finally, my last of the Seven Wonders. Before the visit to Christ the Redeemer, I stopped by another famous landmark of Rio de Janeiro. I'm on my way to the Sugarloaf Mountain and passed by a lively local market. Walking at double speed to keep up with my tour guide. So the first cable car go to this over here, yeah.
We are going to walk along the first hill,
Right.
and we pick up the second cable car.
Okay. Right. Thank you.
Cuidado com o vão entre blocos da felicidade. Porque pra gente, vacina é mais do que um lugar. É um estado de espírito. For 110 years, happiness is a gift. Esse povo faz de mim.
That cable car, that yellow,
Ah,
was the first cable car that
Right.
started in 1912. And it worked for 60 years. 60 years. This is the second generation of cable
Right.
car. And the one we came now, the third generation.
so what is the helicopter for? For tourists?
For tourists, this is for tourists.
Right.
Panoramic flight.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay, there are 7-minute flights, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour.
Do you know how much it costs? Oh, is there?
70 reais per
77
person. 7 minutes.
just for 7 minutes.
Yeah, but at least 3 people.
Okay.
Okay,
So you have to wait for 3 people.
3 people.
If you're
Just
traveling alone, you need to
Yeah.
find another 2 more.
But today I think they are not flying because of the fog.
Okay.
The other side, this is the bay. Remember when I told you that the Portuguese thought
Right.
that the bay was a river? This is a bay. It's not a river.
So they came over here.
They came and we're gonna show you where they started.
Which year was that?
Huh?
Which year did they come?
1502.
1502.
02.
In January, 1st
January
January.
1st, they arrived
Right,
here.
right.
It was January, and they thought that this was a bay.
Okay. So the yellow one is the fortress?
That is a fortress that belongs to the Brazilian Army. It's a school of physical education.
que vocês vão semeando, vocês vão ganhando autonomia, isso vai entrando na rotina.
Do you remember when I told you about the filter to produce
Yes,
the sugar?
right, yes.
With the cane, from the cane. And the name is Sugarloaf. Look at this.
Okay,
Oh, that's Sugarloaf.
right.
The filter has exactly this shape.
Mm.
It's equal, 100% equal. Of course, when you are going to use the filter, you have to put it upside down.
Oh, I see.
Okay,
Right,
you put the sugar,
right,
and you produce I'm sorry, you produce the cane, you smash it,
right.
and you produce the sugar.
To get up to the Sugarloaf Mountain, we need to take another cable car.
This monk is different from the other.
Yeah.
These are saguis. The name of this monk is sagui.
Right. What's so different? These extremely cute species of monkeys are not natives to the Sugarloaf Mountain. They came from the nearby forest and are known to multiply rapidly. As they can transmit disease, it is forbidden to feed them.
La foto que tomé yo es la mejor.
I am not a great fan of monkeys, but this unique species captured my attention, and I spent a good 20 minutes observing them. My guide hurried me along as we have a date with Christ. To reach the foot of Christ the Redeemer, we needed to take the Corcovado train. The train ride takes about 20 minutes and costs about 15 USD for an adult, inclusive of the admission price.
Hoje, né, Ana? 831.
After alighting from the train, we took the elevator.
Obrigado.
Just us.
There's your first.
Right.
My first up-close glimpse of Christ the Redeemer. The veil of fog added a spiritual touch to the experience. A selfie with Christ. Needed some imagination, and you will see him behind me. At the foot of the statue is a small little chapel. There's a wedding going on inside the chapel. It was quite foggy, but it created a mystical feel to the experience. I returned the next day to a perfect clear blue sky.
Vamos tirar uma aqui agora. Aqui, ó. Vou fazer um cavazinho aqui, ó. Cara, não tem como fazer fila, gente. Desculpa. Isso aqui não tem fila. Não tem como. Fazer fila aqui é impossível. Desculpa. Se tivesse fila, cara. Desculpa, só.
I thought I was among the first because I took the first tram up, but apparently there is another way. I'm not too sure how that these other tourists managed to get here way before 8 a.m. I found out later that it costs thousands of dollars to book a private breakfast function that will guarantee a more exclusive experience before the large crowd arrive at opening hours. Constructed between 1922 and 1931, the statue is 30 meters high and the arms stretch 28 meters wide. It is made of reinforced concrete and soapstone. The original design was Christ with a globe in one hand and a cross in the other. It was later changed to the statue that we see today, with the arms spread out wide. The statue has become a cultural icon of Brazil and was voted one of the new 7 wonders of the world. A human hand stuck out from the head of the statue. In fact, it is possible to climb up from the inside of the statue to reach the shoulder and the head. But the experience is only reserved for an exclusive group of people. I tried my very best to convince the guard that it is my long-time dream to climb up the statue. It was obvious I'm not on the VIP list to be given the access. I found another way to go up to see Christ from a higher elevation. I'm super excited right now. I'm going to take a helicopter ride to see Christ the Redeemer up close, and it's going to be a half an hour ride over the different areas, and of course the main highlight is to see this up close. I was lucky to have another 2 other guests to share the cost of the ride. The father and son were given seats together at the back, and I was assigned the front seat with the pilot.
Turn your lights down low. Set your mind at default. You just can't undo the harm caused.